Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Let's see if this works better. Might be one of those nights. Might be one of those nights. See if this works any better. I switched to another Wi-Fi network within the building, although it is further away. It is further away, but we'll see if it works any better. Yeah, I think there's asteroids or there's magnetic fields or there's something going on. There's some voodoo, serious voodoo going on here. Yeah. So, okay. So, again, my name is Mike Gelman. I'm the author of Pipe Dreams, 7 Pipelines of Career Success. You can find out more about me on MikeGelman.com. You can go to my Facebook author page at facebook.com/7pipelines, the number 7 pipelines. You can also go to, share me on your Periscope and Facebook and all of that. So tonight we're talking about feeling overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome back, Steve. So feeling overwhelmed, and we're talking about some fears, right? So how do you say no without getting fired, right? And there's a lot of fears that we have aside from being fired, whether we're saying no to our boss or peers or coworkers. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the disruption earlier. Okay, so, so we want to be seen as a team player. We don't want to seem like we're impolite. We don't want to seem as weak or, saying we can't do the work or being perceived that we can't do the work, right? Capable work, particularly if we have peers who we think are doing the same or more work or under similar situations. And, we don't want to risk maybe a chance for a future promotion or opportunity or that might ultimately have more responsibility, right? So there's kind of irony in that. Well, if we can't handle what we've got on our plate today, how could our boss consider us for a future opportunity that might involve a promotion? We might be afraid of what people are going to say about us, so whether it's your boss or whether it's coworkers or whether it's clients. So that must be at your end, Tina, because this connection on this broadcast so far, knock on wood, has been good. It's been good. So you might need to climb a tree, one of the trees in the forest you're walking around in, and get more height. Okay, but be safe, of course. Okay, so those are some common fears. So how do you say no in a way? How do you say no in a way that can still get you out of that state of overwhelm? Well, number one is just being clear on what is it that you are feeling overwhelmed about. Okay, what is it that you like that one? What is it that you feel overwhelmed about? Is it the volume of work? Is it the maybe it's the amount of conflict or tension among with the team, or maybe with a customer, or with your boss, right? So is it more kind of related to a conflict or something of that nature, or related to a difference in maybe is it related to lack of clarity and you're just struggling? Is related to that you're kind of new to the position or new to the field and you don't have the skills quite yet. Okay, so one of the key things and positives for you to strategize from before you even strategize on what to do and what to say is to get super clear on what it is that you're overwhelmed about. And sometimes I find writing is helpful. Just kind of write it down, why are you feeling stressed? So you can get down to what the core issues are, because ultimately that's what you're going to want to try to negotiate, and that's what you're going to want to try to influence, and that's going to help you strategize, right? So Tina, for example, might help you strategize. Do I need to be asking for help? Is this a situation where I need to be asking for help or for further directions? Or is this something where I need to somehow reprioritize? Is this something I need to have taken, off my plate or have my job redesigned, whatever it may be, okay? or I need to be compensated. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed relative to what we're paid, right? It's like, I don't get paid enough to put up with this crap. Right? Does that cross anyone's mind? Right? I get that. That's above my pay grade. Right? That's another way that people will share that. For those that just are joined in, my name is Mike Gelman. I'm the author of Pipe Dreams, 7 Pipelines of Career Success. I'm also a career coach within a Fortune 500 company, and I also do career coaching and private practice as well. And the reason I do these Periscope broadcasts is to help people reach their potential, right? And I hate to see people needlessly suffering, and oftentimes suffering in silence because they don't feel they have a place that they can go to for support and for help. And so this is the community I'm trying to build. Awesome, Thomas, awesome. Glad you finally got a good connection there. It's good. So at both ends, right? Hopefully we can maintain that, both ends. So thanks for the hearts, whoever's giving hearts. Those are always good. So, that's one of the things to keep in mind is, where are we feeling overwhelmed, and then we can strategize. Okay. I was going to make another point. I lost my train of thought in terms of another area where we're feeling overwhelmed, or why we might not want to say no. But in any event, key thing. So you figure out what it is you need. You figure out that you need help. You figure out that it's an emotional thing, like a conflict situation that's just draining you. You figure out that you've got, maybe at home, you're taking care of your elderly parents, or you've got kids that you're taking care of, or you have a special needs child that requires a lot of your attention, or you've got a friend who's going through a really tough time and you're feeling it, right? Or you had, whatever it may be, right? So something that may be going on in your personal life, right, that's affecting you at work, right? Let's face it. I mean, our personal life affects our work. The whole notion of leaving your personal life at the door. I mean, yes, we want to be able to compartmentalize somewhat and kind of be present and focus, but in reality, we're whole beings, and we can't always necessarily just separate. It's not so simple to separate out what's going on at home when we're at work, and vice versa. When something happens at work, you work with special needs kids. Wow, kudos to you. That takes a lot of patience and dedication, that's for sure. And so, even at work, we have a just difficult day at work, and then we come home and we're like, okay, now we need to make dinner if we have children, or now we need to whatever it may be we're trying to do, right? So the sources of overwhelm are very important to identify for you, because you may actually benefit more from reducing the overwhelm outside of work. It might not even, or it might be both. It might be an approach that you take in both places. So you might need to say no in a couple places, right? Not just work, but also in your home. And they work with each other, right? They work with each other. So if you can reduce it in one area, that can help alleviate in another area. We're all systems. I was talking about that the other night. So that's one of the things. So so you're trying something new. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've done a lot of that myself with trying new stuff, and some of it works out and some of it doesn't. So that's the other thing too. You bring up a good point. Is it a temporary overwhelm? So a lot of times we can deal with something if we know it's a temporary situation, and we know like it's a finite period of time. We know it's going to be like this 1 month period and we just need to get through it. Okay, that makes it a little easier, right? Versus when something's really uncertain. Like maybe your company's just restructured. Okay, maybe your company is in financial straits and they started doing some